Oh! Hello, Tansei. Welcome to Askiy Ridge Hunting Preserve. You're flying over the best 64 square kilometers of untamed wilderness in Alberta. Just look at the way the light is hitting the Rockies now. Beautiful, isn't it? And you're gonna love all this early snow on the ground. It lets you see all the sheep, wolves, and beavers from a kilometer away. But enough of me jabbering. Let's get you on the ground and put you to work, eh? This is Janine Armstrong speaking, by the way. I'm what you would call a land and resource officer around these parts. That means I look after the well-being of both the animals and the hunters. So if any of the council members bully you into doing something strange, you come straight to me, you hear? Let's see. A Misk Lodge, or Beaver Lodge, is right up the end of the path there. I suggest you get settled in as soon as you can. Kick up your feet, enjoy the fire, and pick any room you'd like. They're all empty anyway. Most folks wouldn't think of coming to Alberta when it's -10 out. They're even less likely to visit a place as remote as this one. But I promise you that you're going to enjoy some of the finest hunting around here. You'll get all the benefits of snow without any of the animals hibernating or migrating. I just wish more people knew about this too. But now you're here, which means we've got a fighting chance. Here she is, a Misk Lodge. You'll be looking for a door on the second floor there, right after you climb the stairs. Beautiful, isn't she? I hope you can call this place your home soon enough. Now take a quick look around. I've got something in this room just for you. Ta-da! It's a La Perriere Outrider just for you. Call it my little touch of Albertan hospitality. It's been collecting dust as an ornamental piece for ages anyway. All good? Then come downstairs and hang up your hat. I've got something important to show you. Want me talking about this with outsiders, so you didn't hear from me. Let's Let's just say there's a rumor somewhere about a ski resort being built in Askiy Ridge. And I don't mean a cute lodge with a couple of chairlifts. I'm talking hotels, golf courses, retail space, RV parks, parking lots, highways, you name it. Condos for thousands of people. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. Here, let me show you what I mean. There's a lookout tower to the northwest of here that'll give you a good vantage point. It's normally used for fire watches, but it'll do just fine for what I have in mind. By the way, I'd appreciate if you don't repeat anything that I'm telling you. I'm already in hot water for being against this resort as it is. I need to leave the council matters to the council members.
This resort is going to be wonderful for our community. Think of all the opportunities.
You're getting yourself worked up, Janine. This resort will only be 1 square kilometer out of the 64. Sure, maybe the resort itself will be small, but what about the 26 runs they have planned? And all of the noise from the construction and the chairlifts? But okay, they're the ones with the masters in environmental conservation. Sorry, I'm getting myself worked up over here. Don't mind me. Let me tell you a little bit about Askiy Ridge instead. That always puts me in a good mood. Let's see. You've got your grass and parkland in the south, and that's where you'll find a lot of beavers and birds. There's a lot of flat, open space there that makes for some easy hunting. Further north, we have a lot of dense woodlands where you'll find the moose, deer, and caribou. Caribou aren't all too common here, so you'll need to keep your eyes peeled to find them. And towards the west, you'll get the foothills rolling into the alpine region. There's mostly mountain goats and bighorn sheep there, but you'll find some mule deer hanging around too. Oh, and I can't forget the buffalo. They're one of the reasons I'm so hung up on Askiy Ridge. There used to be loads of them around, but ever since the settler days, well, you know your history. Buffaloes are still protected in the wild, but a lot of parks in Alberta are trying to reintroduce them. We even have a few herds of our own in the southern foothills. Try getting up close to one if you can. You'll see some small differences between them and the buffalo that you'll find south of the border. And Askiy Ridge is one of the few places where you'll find a lot of the woods bison in Alberta, which is why it's really important that we... Sorry. There I go again. I'll be quiet now. Here we are. This is just one of the many fire watch towers we have all around the preserve. You can climb up any of them to take a good look at your surroundings. Go ahead, try it now. Take a look at the valley and the mountains in front of you. Everything that you can see is planned. I mean, rumored to be resort space. That's about half the preserve as it is now. Askiy Ridge has been a big hunting site for, thousands of years at least. My ancestors were one of the first people to trade with the settlers on this river. We've been chased out of this area for a long time, and it's only been a decade since we've been able to reclaim the place as a hunting site. I would just hate to see all of that history go away again. So, this is what I'm thinking. You and I can work to drum up some interest to save the preserve. If we get enough people on board, then that will show the council that people really care about protecting this place. It'll take a lot of work, though. A lot of sweat and elbow grease. Think you're up for it? Hold on. That's strange. Someone's calling the preserve hotline. Let me take this call and get back to you. This is the spot where it all went down. Try taking a look at those trees for me, would you? I knew it! There's some serious beaver activity going on around this cabin. Fortunately, you're talking to a beaver expert. Go inside the cabin now, and you should see something that's wiry and metallic in one of those rooms. There you go. See if you can also find a plastic tube and a metal cage somewhere in there too. Good work! Step outside when you're ready and I'll show you how they work. All right. You're gonna want to take that wire now and wrap it around the base of any big tree near the cabin. Get it tight, but not too tight. We want to leave some room for the tree to grow. The thing you just picked up is called beaver fencing. If you wrap the trunk of a tree with this stuff, then that'll deter any beavers looking around for building materials. Don't worry about any white spruce trees you see. Beavers aren't big fans of them anyway. Great job! There's one last thing I need you to do, and that's to check out the beaver dam to the east of the cabin. Something's not right about all this. I'm normally a fan of letting nature run its course, you know. But if a tree comes down on a shack when someone's sleeping in it, then that person could be in trouble. Sometimes humans have to protect other humans too. We're lucky our caller managed to get out of the way when he did. Maybe you'll meet him if you stick around for long enough. I'm a bit worried about beavers being found this far away from the dam, though. That thing must be getting pretty big. Then again, wood buffalo likes to brag that their beaver dam can be seen from space. I haven't been up there myself to check, though. To wood buffalo, I mean. Believe it or not, we've had problems before with beavers chewing through internet cables that ran under one of their dams. I couldn't even research a solution because, you know, the internet was down. You can't really relocate a beaver because other beavers in the area can smell that they're not a family member. I've tried before, and it wasn't pretty. Trapping them is usually the best way to go because you can get a nice pelt out of it. But hunting is cool too. Their tails are good medicine, and they're delicious too. Okay, it looks like you're in the right place, but that beaver dam seems a lot bigger than how I remember it. You still have that tubing from the cabin, yeah? I want you to snake it through the dam and install the metal caging on both ends. You'll see why in a minute. installed your first beaver deceiver. Well, your first in Askiy Ridge, at any rate. The pipe helps to equalize both sides of the dam so that nothing floods or backs up. The caging is there to prevent beavers from clogging up the tubes, because those little devils will block up any source of moving water that they can get their little paws on. Anyway, this looks fantastic. I can't thank you enough. I know you probably didn't plan on wading through beaver dams when you signed on, so I appreciate your go-getter attitude. Right. Let's get back to our main task of saving the preserve.
Hello? Janine, do you read me?
This is Janine. Who's calling?
This is Gabe Chamberlain from the Askiy Ridge Council. I don't believe we've met before, have we?
That's him. He's the one who's been pushing this ski resort and recommending his best friend's company for it. There's no doubt about it.
Janine, I think that last message was meant for a private frequency between you and our contractor.
Oh.
Anyway, Janine, forgive me for contacting you like this, but you weren't responding to our calls. I have to inform you that the government has approved the resort ahead of schedule, and we're looking to start construction as soon as possible.
Wait, what? What's going on? You said that we could present our case before the council voted on the resort.
I know this comes as a shock to you, and I'm sorry. The Alberta government has agreed to fund our resort in stages, meaning we can start construction earlier than we anticipated.
Before election season, you mean?
The earlier we get these jobs on the ground, the better it'll be for everyone. So why don't you have our contractor help you with some of the tasks piling up in the preserve?
Understood. We'll take it from here, Gabe.
Have a nice day, Janine.
Hello? Gabe? I think he's gone. Now let's get back to our main task, saving the preserve. I didn't want it to come to this, but there are some ways that we can stall the resort from being built. Here, let me point you in the right direction, and I'll explain along the way. I've looked it up on the internet, and there's a lot of things that could prevent a structure from being built. Some you'd expect, like endangered trees or animals being in the way. Others are a bit more unique. See if you can find any old teepee circles, wagon trail marks, raised areas that might be graves. Anything archaeological like that is good. A big dig site can hold up construction for years. I wasn't able to find any in the area, but maybe you'll have more luck than me. I don't mean that you should fabricate evidence, of course. Gabe knows how to spot fakes with both eyes closed. Oh, and obviously it's unethical to fake evidence. It's too bad that we're getting close to the end of the year. Otherwise, even nesting birds could put a damper on construction. And if it were a bit later in the year, then grizzly bear cubs would also be a valid reason to stop. The cubs themselves aren't dangerous, but you better believe that Mama Bear is when she's protecting her cubs. But even without these things, I'm sure that we can find plenty of other ways to stop construction. All we really need is a few months. That'll give us plenty of time to present a new proposal to the council, one that puts hunting and conservation first and not last. Here we are. Just look at how this place is teeming with wildlife. I'm sure we'll find something, though if you do see a teepee circle, then let me know. Let's see. I think I spotted endangered trees in this area a while ago. Limber pine to be specific. It's a shame that I can't check the site in person, but if you send me a picture of a tree line, then I can tell you whether there's any endangered species hanging out over there. Go on, give it a shot. Did you get it? Let me take a look. White spruce, definitely a black spruce. No, I'm not seeing anything. Bummer. Well, here, let me send you a location on your map. Not too long ago, I found some caribou tracks inside the resort area. If we can find enough of them, then construction needs to stop until all the caribou move out. Caribou have been threatened in Alberta for some time now. Our oil pipelines give wolves this long, clear sight to just pick off entire herds of caribou. The government even tried culling the wolf population a while ago, but that only made the deer population go up instead. It's unfortunate because caribou are really easy to spook too, so if a big construction project happens after mating season, lots of them could miscarry. So if you see enough caribou tracks, then construction needs to stop until they move out or the babies are born in the early summer. Here we are. See if you can find any hoof prints, preferably ones that are pretty recent. No good, huh? The hoof print is too old? Well, take another look around and see if you can find anything else nearby. Caribou tracks, grizzly bear dens, unicorn droppings. I'll take anything at this point. Oh, shit! Like, right over there. You don't mind getting up close to it, do you? It could belong to a caribou. Not caribou. Okay. Sorry. False alarm. I feel like we're getting warmer though. Keep looking around just a little bit longer. I'm absolutely sure that something will turn up. Oh, take a look at any sites that might be a resting spot for animals. Don't even worry about what kind of animal yet. No, it doesn't seem like there's been any animals there for a long time. It's not a good sign if you can't find any tracks or droppings nearby. Okay, that could have gone better than expected. Ooh, boy. Is it getting hot where you are too, or is it just me? Just give me a few minutes and I'll call you back. I have a few things to think about. Janine, do you remember that anonymous caller I told you about? He's Chris McKenzie, the representative of our local Sasquatch club, and he's on the radio with us right now. Say hi to our hunter, Chris.
Dante, I've been told you're a bit of a sleuth, which I like. You've got to have some sleuthing skills to be able to look for the old bear.
Right, and that's just why we've called you today.
Speaking of the old bear, how's your paw doing? Still trying to fix that death trap of his?
No, he gave up on that a while ago, I think.
Oh, what a shame. I can take it off his hands, you know, for a good price. But tell him I'm not going to sell it back, no matter how much he complains.
Will do. But about Sasquatch?
Of course. There I go again. I hear you found some evidence of Sasquatch here in Askiy Ridge.
I've got a good feeling about it, Chris.
I'm stuck behind my desk now, but send me some photos and I'll take a look as soon as I can. If what you say is true, then this could be big. This could be real big.
Right. And if you think Sasquatch does live here...
We'll be right behind you. You can bet that each of us will be pounding on the council doors non-stop until we get this ski resort thing sorted out. Hold on. Lucille's telling me that I've got a meeting coming up. I'm going to sign off for now, but get me those photos, Janie, all right?
Will do. See you soon, Chris.
Bye now. Say hi to your folks for me.
Yeah. Take care. Okay. Hunter, are you still out there? I've got a new job that I hope you can help me with. I just got an anonymous tip-off about Sasquatch being in the preserve while you were away. Lucky, right? Anyway, I'd really appreciate it if you investigate the site of the sighting. As an impartial third party, I mean. And if you find any strange things like big footprints or weird trees, then be sure to send them Chris's way. Hey, glad you could make it. Right around here is where our anonymous caller said they saw Sasquatch. Look around. Let me know if you see anything out of the ordinary. If you see anything like, I don't know, footprints, hair, strange trees. Oh, weird tracks in the snow are a promising sign. Quick, take a picture of them before they get messed up. Is gonna love this. Try following the footprints. Maybe there's some more evidence to be found. Wow, this is a great find. There's a really high likelihood that you're looking at Sasquatch structures right now. I've heard that Sasquatch likes to snap tree trunks to create structures, usually as a kind of trail marker in the forest. Go ahead, take some pictures if you can. Great work, but try taking one last look around the site. Footprints and structures are great, but they're not definite proof that Sasquatch has been around. Amazing! Now we have something concrete to give to the Sasquatch Club. Head back to the lodge when you can with all the evidence. I'll walk you through how we can hand it all over to Chris once you get there. But between you and me, I'm thinking this will slow down the resort plan just a little.
Your recon mission going over there.
You'll see for yourself soon enough, but I have a feeling that you're gonna be pretty excited.
I'm way ahead of you, Janine. The SEAL's ready to cancel the rest of my meetings today if these pictures are the real deal.
Just leave the evidence that you picked up on the desk over there. Once you're done, I can walk you through the process of uploading the photos.
Evidence? I like the sound of that. Some real interesting stuff there. You see these photos were taken in Askiy Ridge?
That's not all. Our hunter also found a few pieces of hair on the structure itself that we'd love to show you.
Hair, too? This is some really promising stuff, Janie. I'll tell you what, as soon as I can, I'm gonna gather up the rest of the members so that we can take a look on our own. In the meantime, we'll talk to the council about putting a damper on this resort thing for the time being.
Wow, that would be fantastic, Chris. But don't feel like you have to rush over too soon. Take as much time as you need.
I'm so excited. I can hardly wait. Sasquatch in our own backyard. Who would have thought it? And I can't believe I've never known about you being a Sasquatch enthusiast, Janine.
Well, I am a wildlife officer.
Maybe we should get you a kid of your own and have you come out on investigations with us. We got a call the other week of a sighting about 5 hours north of here. We were gonna go check it out this weekend.
Maybe. We could talk about it later.
I've got a few calls to make right now, but you'll be hearing back from us real soon. Hi, Janie. Take care now.
You too. Hi. Loud and clear, Gabe. Over.
Janine, I've just got a call from the Sasquatchers about pausing the resort's development. They say that they want to perform some investigations in Askiy Ridge before we break ground. Does any of this sound familiar to you?
I'm not sure. Why do you ask?
Because they mentioned your name. Something about you being the one to find the tracks and trees in the first place.
Oh, the Sasquatchers. Yeah, they're a great bunch. Really dedicated to preserving nature and wildlife.
For heaven's sake, Janine. Sasquatch? What are your parents gonna think when they hear this?
There's a lot of people in this community that care about protecting wildlife. Or did that not come up while you were working on the resort proposal?
Janine, look. I have a lot on my plate now because of all this. I have to deal with any media types that come around. I have an emergency meeting with the resort team, and the rest of the council wants to know what the heck is going on. We'll talk later, but in the meantime, you're gonna have to deal with all the winter prep work in Askiy Ridge yourself. You're going to have to forgive me, but I just don't have the time to do it right now.
That'll be no problem. We can handle it.
I'll send you the list shortly. And don't forget, these have to be done by tonight. But you don't want to be caught in the middle of this heavy snow warning.
Of course. Wait, what? All right. Gabe sent me the list. Wow. This is long. Okay. Let's take care of the biggest tasks before the snowstorm hits, and then we can work on the rest later. I can handle all the winter prep tasks in the west, and I'll send you all the tasks in the center of the preserve. The first one here is asking you to pick up some propane tanks, so let me send you the coordinates for that. I want to thank you for all your help too. I couldn't have made it this far without you. All of this is just too much for one person to handle. For two talented people, though, it's a piece of cake. Have them? Great! Now you just need to drop them off at... Let me send you the coordinates and double check with Gabe that this is right. Gabe? Tansei? Gabe!
Yes, Janine? Can I help you?
Sort of. Are you sure that you meant for us to drop off the propane tanks at the Stardance gathering?
Yes. Depending on how the storm goes, we might need to use them as emergency shelters for travelers stuck nearby. It never hurts to be safe.
And is this something that you're normally in charge of?
Carla is out on maternity leave, so I volunteered to fill in. Our jobs aren't all about signing landmark deals and campaigning.
Yes, I understand. We'll deliver the tanks there then. Here we are, the Stardance domes. They're beautiful little things. I would recommend that you stay in one of them if, you know, we didn't have that massive snowstorm to worry about. Thanks for doing this, by the way. It's really not common for us to get so much snow this early in the year. I hope it's not a bad omen. out to bear-proof these door handles. But until then, could you please clean up in there? Please? Thank you. I wouldn't ask if I didn't already know that you were okay with, well, droppings. Thank you so much. Those little devils can be really clever when they think there's food involved. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hold on. Don't move. Gabe, Tansei, do you know what you meant when you asked us to take pictures of the Star Dance domes?
I sure hope that I did. We need to document the state of the domes before the storm. That way, if they're damaged, we know what caused it.
Oh, does it matter?
Say the storm causes some damage, then we need to subtract any repair fees from our disaster budget. If the damage is just wear and tear, though, then repairs fit under the renovation budget. Then we take a look at all of our expenses at the end of the year. It lets us plan for next year and make sure that we're not spending money that we don't have. There's a lot of programs that we want to get up and running together. Things like joint elder care and after-school initiatives. These things can really bring the community together, but they're not free. All of our costs increase each year, but our government grant stays the same.
Yes, I understand. Hi, Gabe.
Askiy, Janine.
We understand what money is as a concept.
I'm still listening in, Janine.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I think the coast is clear. Anyway, these satellite images are showing a big patch of blue moving your way. Get back to a mist lodge as soon as you can. Some rest. You've earned it. I'll be around for a little bit longer if anything comes up. I want to take one last look around the preserve in case Chris is still around. Hello? Is anyone listening? Hunter? Chris? Gabe? Shit. Shit! Oh, thank goodness you're here. Everything's gone to shit while you were sleeping. The highways are closed for a massive snowstorm. All the roads inside the preserve have been blocked.
Slow down, Janine. Tell them what you told me.
Chris has been missing inside the preserve since the last time we spoke, I think. I don't know. We can't find his car anywhere and he's not answering his radio. Who knows where he went trying to look for Sasquatch in the middle of a snowstorm?
Deep breaths. Our contractor's awake to help us.
This whole idea was stupid. I can't believe I might have killed a man for Sasquatch. Sasquatchers?
Let's ask our contractor to look around the lodge for any information that Chris might have left behind. Check his room, too.
Stupid.
Janine, could you maybe put a hand over your microphone? Thanks.
Station? Shit! That building is all the way to the northeast and there's not even a toilet in there.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Janine. Our contractor will be up there as soon as possible to check things out for us. So, Janine, what can we expect from this space wave station?
I don't know. There's not much to say. It's an old building that was converted into an outpost way before I was born. It's no place to stay for a long time, that's for sure. Mentioned in his journal. Let's hope that he's close by and still breathing.
Take a look around again and tell us whether you see something significant.
Does it look like it's Chris's?
Wait, ask our contractor what the license plate is. Then you can run the numbers on the plate and see who it's registered under.
Yeah, do that. Oh, that's not good.
This must be why Chris has been so quiet recently. It's not inside the car, though, and the windshield is intact.
But why would he leave it behind? Unless...
Let's hold off on any conclusions for now. Is there anything else you can tell us about the car?
Yeah, the car's registered to Chris. It must be his for sure.
All right, so we know that Chris is nearby. What else can you find?
These can belong to Chris, or they can belong to someone more sinister. Follow those footprints and don't put your rifle down.
massive furry thing flies at the hood of my car and roars. I didn't think twice. I booked it to this station where I've been ever since. I suggest you either come in or make yourself scarce. You don't want to be anywhere near an angry Sasquatch. I'll tell you that.
Ask Chris whether he's in an okay enough condition to drive back to on this splotch. Tell him that his whole family is worried.
Oh, I'm not going to be leaving this cabin anytime soon. I've been hearing noises outside for the past few hours. I'm worried that I injured one of the little ones. Sasquatch is normally a docile fellow, but watch out when Mama Sasquatch is protecting her kids.
Chris?
I think we're gonna have to follow those tracks and find out what's on the other end of them. You still have your gun, right?
Careful. There's no shame in running.
Let's hope that Chris just hit an animal during the storm. I'm really hoping to keep the police and reporters away from all this.
What? You mean if he hits Sasquatch?
No, Janine. If he hit a person...
They seem to be leading deeper into the woods.
Let's get going. There's no time to waste.
Oh no, poor guy. This must be a Sasquatch.
Is that a relief, I hear, Janine?
What? No. I was gonna ask our hunter to check his pulse. No, he's definitely dead, all right. I can take care of this one. Send me the coordinates and I'll come back later to handle the carcass.
In the meantime, though, let's circle back to Chris and tell him what happened.
Though, I wonder why this little guy was out and about in this weather. They don't normally leave their dens when it's this cold out unless something disturbs them.
Contact with your family and let them know that you're safe. After that, we need to send someone to get you back home as soon as the road's clear. I'm on the line with the fire department right now.
Can you just call Emma instead and tell her to pick me up? It's bad enough that I got caught with my pants down here. If you send the fire department up, I'll never hear the end of it from the boys.
All right, I'll do that. Anything else, Chris?
Yeah, I want to thank our hunter here for the help. I don't the station if they hadn't come along.
As for you, Janine, I'm afraid I'm obligated to report everything that happened today to the rest of the council. This includes the Sasquatch stunt, of course.
Oh.
Cheer up. At least Chris's family doesn't have a vendetta against you. And if you cooperate with me on a few things, then I think I can convince the council to go easy on you.
And these few things would involve the resort somehow?
You leave the resort to me. All I want you to do is finish up the task list that I sent you. Unless you have a few more tricks hidden up your sleeve.
No. No, I don't.
Good. Then you can finish cataloging any damage that the storm caused. Though if you do see something that might hinder the resort, then please let me know instead of letting it become a problem. Do we understand, brother?
Yes. Hi, Gabe.
And ask him out, Janine. Maybe you learned how to change frequencies on your radio.
Oh yeah, our hunter and I were just having the wittiest conversation about you. I'm almost sorry that you missed it.
I have no doubt that it was very witty and well-timed, Janine.
It's just that I found the most beautiful set of Sasquatch prints near the Space Wave Station. Not too far away from those fake footprints and structures, now that I think about it.
Fake footprints?
Oh yeah, you've got a trickster on your hands, Janie. Good enough to fool you and our hunter maybe, but not an expert. See, Sasquatch likes to pick up trees and really twist them when he's making structures. Humans, they'll take a pole or something, use it to break a branch, and call it a day. But a pole leaves all kinds of scratch marks behind that Sasquatch's bare hands wouldn't.
Oh.
Oh, and the footprints? I took a bunch of pictures of them and sent them to the Quatchers. We all had a real laugh together. The foot itself was this big, huge thing, but the bridge was teeny tiny, only a few inches wide. And the impression was real shallow, like Sasquatch only weighed 50 pounds. Imagine his big old stalk, covered in hair and blowing over at the first gust. We all had a laugh.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
I was ready to call it quits and started heading back to my truck when I saw some real footprints. I couldn't believe it. Of course, the storm had probably blown them all away by now, but we're thinking of arranging a stakeout next week to see if we can find some more.
Oh, that's great. Shame about the fake footprints, of course, but these new ones sound promising. No obvious damage. Try taking a look at the lookout on the apex of the arch. Okay, good. All you need to do now is continue walking to the other end of the bridge and check for damage there. Whew, that's a relief. I always have to hold my breath when I'm up there. I promise that this will be the last of the inspections. Anyway, you can look as much as you want. Or don't. And then head back to the lodge when you're ready. Maybe poke around here a little to see if there's any damage that we missed.
why you wanted our contractor to look at Fiddler's bow.
What? What makes you think that I did anything?
So it's just a coincidence that our contractor is looking at the same type of black bear carcass that you promised to take care of.
Wow, this is fascinating stuff. Tell our hunter to take a picture. You know, I've seen carcasses in trees before, and I've seen Sasquatch structures, but I've never seen anything like that. See, if the carcass was in a tree, then maybe you could say that a cougar did it. I can't imagine any cougar doing this, though.
I can't
All I can say is that I'm very disappointed, Janine. And that's putting it mildly.
No, I made up the Sasquatch stuff. The footprints, the structures, all of it. Chris, I'm so sorry, but this, whatever this is not my fault. If you don't believe me, then go back to the Space Wave Station and see for yourself. I haven't even touched the carcass there yet.
So you're the prankster then?
Yes, I'm the prankster, or was. But not right now, if there even is a prankster.
Quick, tell our hunter to leave something up in the structure. Things like apples, feathers, or marbles if they have any.
Why?
If this really is the work of Sasquatch, then he'll come back for the carcass and see all the things that we left for him. Things like apples and the feathers are his favorite gifts.
And he or she will take them?
Oh, for sure. And he'll take them all without leaving a trace. Other animals, they might nibble on the apples if they could reach them, but only Sasquatch will take everything for himself. So you're the prankster, Janie. You know, I had my suspicions, but I still can't believe it. Just wait till I tell your folks about this.
Oh,
Of course, you did help me out of a bind back there. And it looks like Sasquatch might be on the preserve after all. So maybe you could say that we're even.
yeah, even. That's more than fair.
I can't wait to tell your father, though. He's been giving me so much grief over getting lost in the snow. Just wait till I tell him that you're the one who faked everything. I can't wait to see the look on his face.
Chris, thank you for your help. I think this wraps up all of the most pressing tasks on hand. And on behalf of everyone, I want to say thank you to our contractor. You really managed to pull through for us today.
Yes. Hi. You really saved my bacon back there. If you're ever in my neck of the woods, then just give me a call. We can continue our search with the rest of the quadgers. Janine? Hello?
Hold on a second. I have a feeling she's on the wrong frequency.
Hi. Sorry, I bumped one of the knobs and... Ugh. Yes, hi. Thank you for all the work you've done for the preserve and for finding Chris. I know that things didn't go according to plan, but at least everyone is safe and sound. And if you ever need anything, then don't forget that I'm always on the shortwave. Just maybe not always on the same frequency.
Oh, and by the way, you should check those gifts every now and then to see if they're still there or not. If you're really lucky, then you might be able to catch a glimpse of Sasquatch yourself. Just make sure that you have a steady hand if you take any photos.